morning, American in distress. I woke up this morning and guess what? We are a right-to-work state, Michigan. It was passed last night. It was pretty funny. I got up on up this morning and I turned on CNN for a few minutes around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And these guys, union guys, beat up this gay reporter and they tore down the tent. It was pretty funny. I mean, you can't write comedy like this. But now, look. Michigan is a right-to-work state. Glory be. We get to join the other 23 most impoverished states in the Union. What does that tell you? And you know something? We had a Democrat that was in office for 8 years, and she really screwed everybody. She's the one that baked the cake, that's what I'm saying. And this Snyder guy, Helmut Snyder, he is the icing on the cake. Look, this was all a setup. She was trying to get all these companies to come in. She was traveling all over the world. She had this big jet and all these people going with her. Cost this people in Michigan millions and millions of dollars to finance all this, flying around the world and everything she did. And she didn't bring one job to Michigan, not one. Oh wait, they did bring a job to Michigan. I forgot. Remember when we were going to have some shovel-ready jobs? Well, that never materialized. And then they were going to open all these green jobs and have a battery factory. Well, look at this. They opened the battery factory in Saginaw. Obama and Granholm were walking through there, and no, we're going to hire 3,000 or 4,000 people. Well, the Chinese just bought these battery factories at auction, and they paid $256.6 million. So we only lost about $500 million on the deal. But anything that is, and this was stimulus money, by the way, and a few people did get rich. Believe me, there were people that got rich off this. Everybody skimmed $1 million here, $1 million there. A lot of people got rich. They knew this wasn't going to work. And Mr. Obama was walking around, and Granholm was walking around in the factory up there in Saginaw, and they had another one down here somewhere near the city. Well, look, it didn't pan out, just like the doggone solar panel company. Now, this is all money we lost in this stupid stimulus. You have to ask yourself, when you sit down and bitch about people that have a little food stamp card that gets $200 measly dollars in food a month, or you talk about somebody that's got a Section 8 house because they're working 2 jobs for $8 an hour, and you cannot make enough money on $8 an hour to even make a goddamn living. Now, you know something? Don't tell me when these big corporations, these big financial corporations, these big companies are just getting stimulus money and government money for free, and they're making millions, and they're just laughing at everybody else. And what they're doing, it's like the last man standing scenario. They pit everybody against everybody, and while everybody's fighting, they rob you blind. It's the same corrupt scenario over and over and over again, and they think people are stupid because people buy it every time. Okay. Now, Detroit here. He's going broke. Well, they've been going broke for a long time, but now it's over the edge. Now, and you ask yourself, the city council could have accepted like 10 million, 30 million from the state. Of course, when you take money from the devil, there's strings attached. And where did the state get the money? From the federal government. Look, you make deals with the devil, you have to go by their rules. It's not your rules anymore. And Michigan did. Well, everybody did. Everybody made a deal with the devil. We're all screwed. And but what they're not telling you in any of these stories that you can get off the mainstream news is that the reason the city council did not accept the money and accept that law firm is because they were going to lay off like maybe 2,000 people, 3,000 people. They're going to lay off everybody. And then who they don't fire, they're going to lay off. And then they're going to get big wage cuts. Everybody in the city of Detroit employs a lot of people. And they already shut down the water plant. Remember I said a year ago, the municipalities are going to be the first to go, and they're going everywhere. They're shutting them down. They're selling them to foreign countries, everywhere. And this one, they're going to shut down the Detroit water plant, of course, and they're going to bring people in from a private corporation to work, and they're going to make a lot less money. And of course, once again, we got this right to work state. All they have to do is pay you minimum wage, and there's nothing you can do about it. And there's so many people here hurting horribly in Michigan, that are out of work, that are out of unemployment. The jobs are drying up. It's a sin against humanity. And we're only a tip of the iceberg. Look at my God, there's other countries that are 50,000 times worse, and they have all the resources in the world. Why? Why do all these resources go to just a small few people? And they end up having everything. It shouldn't be this way. I'm not saying I can cure it or I know an answer, but it's something to consider. There's a lot of good people in Detroit, and man, they're going to get screwed even more. Just more human suffering. It's just it's just fucking incredibly bad. Okay. Well, I was just kind of thinking about this. Perplexities of Nations. Just look it up. Sometimes I just Google stuff just to read what there is there. Perplexities in the nations. And there will be signs in the sun, that in the stars, in the moon, and on earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Men's heart fell, for they are frightened. Listen, there's nothing to be frightened of. That was put there for a purpose. There's nothing to be frightened of. Your heart should not fail. This is an adventure, man. It's going to be dangerous, but okay. As predicted. Now, with all this stuff going on, they want tax cuts, they want entitlement cuts. Everybody at the bottom's got to suffer along with the rich people. And in the meantime, as predicted, Bernanke launches QE3, bail out the banks. Now this is $80 billion each month. Well, why don't we just cancel this? Look, this kid's throwing the money out the window. Why don't we just cancel this? Is image via Max Kaiser. I love Max, man. If you never listened to Max Kaiser, listen to him. Peter Schiff, listen to him. They'll tell you. And Gerald Celente, listen to him. Oh, I like that Vision Victor guy, and I like Crabby Dog Tricks too. Listen to him, man. They will set you. And Truth Never Told. Yeah, that guy too. I like him. Listen to these guys. Duck out.